played the Civic Theatre in 1984. So it's supporting Lou Reed. So it's bringing it all around full circle. What do you reckon?
The Hoodoo Gurus have just announced a national tour to celebrate the 40th anniversary of their album, Stoneage Romeos. The Back to the Stone Age tour will see the Gurus play a show at the Civic Theatre Newcastle on November 15th. Following this huge tour announcement, we caught up with Dave Faulkner for a chat. So, 40 years of Stoneage Romeos, that's pretty crazy. What kind of emotions does it stir up for you in getting to perform this album in its entirety again?
Well, it's actually a little bit of pride, but also just a lot of excitement because some of those songs that we don't get to play so often are kind of fan favourites. There's a song like Zanzibar and Dig It Up and Death Ship. They're kind of all they have their own popularity, even though they're never singles or anything. And so it'd be great to be able to just play all those songs and people can finally scratch that itch, because people have been saying they've been seeing us, so many times and never seen us play any of those particular songs, So, yeah, we get to do it and maybe, also kind of bring it back to reality. We've been playing those songs off and on right through our career, but as I say, it's mostly the singles that get the more common insertions into the set.
Yeah. What are some of your favourite songs from this album to play?
Well, we always choose the most ugly, ones because they're the ones that you kind of almost feel like they're our personal songs. They're not the ones that everyone else owns.
Yeah.
So there's a song called Echo Chamber, in the Echo Chamber, that we love to play. We'll do it at rehearsal or we'll sometimes throw it in a set as well. But we know most of the time when we do it, people are scratching their heads going, what the hell is that racket?
But just play it anyway because you love it.
Yeah. It's a grinding psychedelic song with kind of kooky lyrics, and it just floats our boat. But we know it's not for everybody.
Look, I've heard that you are going to be playing some pretty long sets on this tour, and you're known for playing long sets. So
not really long. No, we're not known for playing long sets because we are a fairly intense band. Like it's not exactly relaxed. The pace we play at, it's pretty full on. So we don't usually pummel people too long, but we're going to at least add in, maybe 15, 30 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be, I'd say be nudging certainly over the 1.5 hour mark and probably somewhere in between that and 2 hours. So we'll just see. Some nights might be closer to one end than the other. But like the US tour, we played quite a few shows that were pretty much close on 2 hours. But I would suggest that 1:45 would be about right.
Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, that's like 45 minutes for Stoneage Romeos and an hour of other stuff. If you look it out, but we don't guarantee it. We're just going to say that's kind of what we're expecting to do.
Of course,
we might be more, might be less. Like by 5 or 10 minutes, who knows?
That's so awesome. You must obviously love performing live, right?
We do. I mean, obviously the singer, it's punishing. So doing the longer sets could be a little bit like, some nights might be. Damn it, why'd I do that? So I'll have to pace myself a little bit vocally because sometimes I just come out the gate not quite yelling, but kind of pushing a bit too hard. So I'll have to measure my voice a little bit so I don't blow my voice out too early in the set. And because we're going to be doing several nights in a row as well, so it's going to be huge. But as I say, on the American tour, we were playing virtually 6 nights a week on that tour last year, and we'll be doing it again this coming September as well. I was able to do those long shows then, so I don't think it's drama. What
were some highlight moments from that US tour?
Wow. Well, firstly, the fact that, a lot of the shows sold out, that was pretty encouraging after, because we hadn't done a tour quite as extensive as that for a very long time, getting back in the bus and overnighting it and all that sort of rigmarole. We haven't done that since we were in our 30s. So, long time afterwards to be challenging ourselves with that was a bit of a question mark, but it actually turned out I really loved it. On the bus was easy to sleep for some reason. I didn't have a drama with that either. So as far as highlights go, I guess, some of the guest spots we had where people popping along and joining us on stage, like Cyril Jordan came on stage from the Flaming Groovies, a band that we admire from San Francisco. And also his old former bandmate, Chris Wilson, did that up in Portland, Oregon. We had Lenny Kaye also get up with us in San Francisco with Cyril from Patti Smith's group. And just things like that. Those are things that, where you just get a real sort of kick, from seeing someone that inspires you to be obviously inspired by you as well, and coming up and joining us. So we love that. And and just generally, you know, like just playing shows to people who were really excited to see us, you know, because they hadn't seen us for a long time in many cases.
Yeah. Now, you also have a special, extremely limited edition vinyl coming out. How does it make you feel getting to, you know, mark this anniversary with such a special package?
Yeah, it was, and I put it together too, all the artwork. So that was nice to. Yeah, I've been fooling around on Photoshop for quite a long time now. I did the album cover for Charity of the Gods as well, with a little bit of assistance on some of the design elements.
Yeah,
but basically the imagery was all mine, so it was fun to just sort of like play with that iconic cover and just reconfigure it in a way to sort of, you know, keep it real as far as like showing what it was, but at the same time, you know, putting it in this new sort of format with these picture discs and blah, blah, blah. But no, it was great to also get the live album in there with that lineup of the band, with James Baker on drums and Clyde Bramley on bass. We went back to the master tapes from, it was done for the ABC's Rock Arena program, and there's a few, you can see bits of it online still, but we went back and found some songs that weren't broadcast and just basically did a bit of, you know, studio trickery to kind of master it up a bit and make it sort of sound a bit more, you know, vital. And it was just great to put those together. And of course, Stoneage Romeos had one song that was recorded for it that wasn't on the record, which was Hayride to Hell. And we recorded that again for the second album. But the original recording for Stoneage Romeos was released, but on a B-side album we did called Gorilla Biscuits. Anyway, it was great to sort of put that back in the package as part of the album, because at the time we were a little bit... we just thought we're stretching ourselves too thin by throwing a country song in there with all the other stuff that on the record. It was quite a diverse album already. So we thought, let's not push it too far and have people wonder what the hell we're on about, you know. So we left it off. But I really loved that recording and that version. So it was nice to put it back in the package and make it part of the record again.
Yeah, amazing. All right. Well, look, I can't wait to see Hoodoo Gurus here in Newcastle at the Civic Theatre on the 15th of November. Congratulations on 40 years of this incredible album. And thank you so much for spending some time with me today.
Thank you. One last thing. Yeah. We played the Civic Theatre in 1984. So supporting Lou Reed. So it's bringing it all around full circle. What do you reckon?
That's crazy. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. Can you tell me about that night with Lou Reed?
That was funny because it was the last show of the tour. We did a whole tour around Australia, and Lou had been a bit, you know, I don't know. He's known for being a fairly, you know, difficult character, and he wasn't forthcoming with us. But that last night, I guess he must have felt guilty that he hadn't been basically, you know, at all friendly. And after we did our set, we got summoned by Lou's tour manager. Lou will see you in 5 minutes in his dressing room.
No
and
way.
We're like going, oh, what the hell? You know, after the whole tour, he finally sort of deigns to speak to us, and I almost felt like saying, oh, bugger him, you know, let's not worry about it. But I thought, oh no, don't be an idiot, you know, it's who are you to be rude to Lou Reed after all? So we dutifully file into his dressing room, and he's like, you know, acknowledges us all individually. He says, thanks guys, you really warmed them up for me. It was such a fuck you from Lou, you know.
Oh
like
my gosh.
It was so little, you know, concern or regard for us or anything. It was just all about him. You know, very Lou. It was cool though. I mean, I love Lou. You know, despite his flaws and his and some of the crappy records he made some wonderful ones as well. So, wish he was still here. Yeah. I'd play with him again anytime.
Absolutely. Amazing. Oh my God, what a good story. That's crazy. All right. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me. It's been so good to chat.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you. And look forward to doing the show. See you soon.
Yes.